What is good, everyone? Just finished up the trading day. Took about, I think, three trades. First trade I took was, you can see right here. I entered long, but I did get stopped out. And the reason why I wanted to enter long there was just because on the 144 in this area, we were retracing into this retracement zone. Oh, also, I always forget to put my tunes back on. Nice. So we were in this retracement area. We have the high all the way up here. Then we have the low right here. We get a higher high, then, as I like to call it, a tiny high, then a tiny low. We do get that confirmed breakout to the upside. And you can see I entered here once the 21 range. Let me just pull it up real quick. Once that 21 range showed an up close candle. So I entered right here because this is where the 21 range had the up close candle, and we already closed on the 34 range. We had that confirmed breakout right about here. But you can see I did get stopped out. So I think what I might just do is have that confirmed breakout on the normal time frame that I've been using, but then also I need to have that confirmed breakout on the lower time frame, because then it just kind of stopped me out, which is okay. We were kind of running all morning, I would say, price was just moving up all morning, like during the pre-market. So, it makes sense that we were near the highs, and it makes sense that price didn't want to go higher, which is fine. Because also, this is the volume profile of the day today. I need to make sure the auto scale is off. Is one of these lines the reason why the auto scale? No, I don't know why this is so low. Anyways, so this is the volume profile for today, and this dotted line is the pre-market POC, and we were up here around 170, and pre-market POC was about 60-ish points lower. So I knew that price was gonna want to try to come back into this area, but obviously I didn't know if it was gonna happen right away or an hour later. So I was like, all right, even though I see my opportunity, I am a little short biased right now, but I do see my model, and I'm just gonna take the opportunity. And if my model doesn't work out, then I'm just gonna go to the short side. So since I did end up getting stopped out right here, I waited for the 144 candle to close, which was this candle right here. Excuse me, which was this candle. You can see it has some good deltas, some good order flow. So I felt confident in going short, and I went into a short position right around here. We did have a tiny bounce, but I was able to secure my profits around here. I was doing close to a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I secured about close to 25 points, 23, 25 points of profit. So I was already in profit for the day, even though I did have this loss, but I was very confident that price was just going to keep going down, and definitely touch this POC, the pre-market POC for sure. Then let's see. Once I took that trade, we were coming into this demand zone area, and I saw, a good amount of opportunities. There was one opportunity here, which was from this candle. So we retrace back into there. We have that high, we have this low down here, we have the tiny high right here, tiny low right here. Let me just make sure that this box is better. So tiny high, tiny low, we want price to kind of retrace back into it, which it seems like it maybe does right here, but this low is at 61.25 and this candle high is at just 61. So it didn't perfectly touch in there, which I definitely would have preferred it to. So, you know, once that candle, that 144 candle closed, which is this candle right here, which is this candle, you know, I could definitely go for, you know, 10-point scalp for sure. And I feel confident that, you know, my 10 points have a great probability of, you know, hitting. But I didn't take that chance because we were in that demand zone. But as you can see, we did end up touching that 50% level, which, you know, it's a good one. Then I saw, let's see what else I saw actually. So ignore this big box right here. So then I saw that we were kind of retracing back to this area, even though it didn't perfectly touch it. We were retracing back into this area. And the fact that we were very close to reaching this original zone I had drawn out for shorts, and we pushed down a little bit, I was really not confident and comfortable with taking that position anymore. So I was just like, all right, even though if it hits this area, I'm not gonna short. But you can see it did hit that area, and I could have gone for a pretty quick scalp and it would have been fine. But I ended up not wanting to take that trade. There was another opportunity right here on the 34 to go long. This entry that you see here is not based off the 34, but it was based off another time frame, which I will show you. But you can see that, excuse me, this 34 play did not end up working out well. I would have gone stopped out if I didn't see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture that I saw was if we go into the 610 range time frame, which is a very high time frame I honestly like never use, which I'll put it right here. So the 610 time frame, we were inside this area into the retracement area of the 610 range bar, and we are also in the demand zone area. So I was like, all right, it should be good for some longs in this area. And the reason why I saw on that time frame was because on the 144 time frame, which is like, this is some big time frames what we're talking about now. On the 144 range, I saw that we had that high, and then we had this low. Then we have a tiny high and a tiny low being formed. So with that, I was like, all right, let me actually see something real quick to see if we were in a retracement area on the time frame that would correlate with the 144, which is the 610. And you can see that we are, and we were able to get a confirmed close. I'm just closing out these boxes. There's one right here that I want to close, but remove. So you can see that we weren't able to break below this low, and we have that tiny high. Excuse me. We have that tiny high, tiny low. So we're just looking for a price to kind of retrace back into this area right here. And now I just have to extend this out a little. So you can see that we do have that confirmed breakout. And this fib level that is on the charts right now, it's just based off the 610 range bar chart. So now that we know that we're in that retracement area, I'm just gonna get rid of that. And now I just need price to kind of come back in to this zone to see a potential entry. You can see that we kind of close back in, and we do get that close up. So, you know, you could definitely enter. But I entered earlier. I entered approximately, let's see where I entered actually. We'll just put onto this chart here. I entered on the close of this up close candle, because the 144 candle closed right here where this blue bar is. This is where the 144 candle closed. and it was a confirmed close. And we also had a confirmed close on the 89R already. So I felt, good about it. And so I was just waiting for price to kind of retrace back into the zone and have an up close candle, which we do right here. And as soon as this candle closed, I took an entry right here. I got in at 73.25. And we do get a little bit of retracement to the downside. But I was able to secure my profits right up here. And you can see I kind of secured it perfectly. And the reason why I was able to secure it extremely well is because there is a reaction level right here from this low volume node. Oh, it's not there anymore. But there was a low volume node right here. It was like right there. And I was thinking, okay, low volume node, typically there's some sort of reaction there, so I don't really want to try to hold to where I think it could go, because I was saying, it could probably go to the pre-market POC, which you can see it doesn't. And this level right here that was a low volume node was holding very well. So I'm glad I was able to secure it. Or I guess the low volume node was a little bit lower. I think maybe it was like right here or here, somewhere around here. And you can see I just secured it right away. I just placed my target profit a little bit, like a tick or two below that reaction level. And you can see from that area, we were kind of just holding. And then we do push down. Price could not get past it. It tried once, maybe twice, but then ultimately it just ended up going down. And if I did not secure, then I would have gotten stopped out for sure, which I can show you on the 144. I would have had my stop loss placed below here, this low, and I would have targeted, this point of control, and then I would have just gotten stopped out down here, which is, unfortunate, but it's whatever. But yeah, I was able to secure my profit at this top here, right at the reaction area, which is a low volume node. And with that, I was able to, be in good profit for the day. And, now price is just kind of ranging in between this area, it seems like. And there was definitely more opportunities to go short and everything in other areas. Like I think, right, where was it? Right here. I'm going to get rid of this box that we drew now for the 89R. And right here, we were in a retracement area on the 144. I'll show you real quick. This candle right here, this orange candle, we retraced back into there. Then we touched that retracement area, and then we have this high, we have this low. Then we have the tiny high here and a tiny low right here. Just draw that out. Then you can see we do reject it and we kind of push a little bit lower. So this was another possible entry. If I really wanted to, I could just be staring at the charts all day and just wait for my model to occur, and I would be able to probably be making like more money, more profit. But that's really not why I wanted to start trading, honestly. It's more just like one trade a day kind of vibe. But yeah, this was another entry I saw once I came back to record this video. But those are the trades I took. So it was 1 loss and then 2 wins. Do not overtrade. Just stick with your models, honestly. Don't deviate from it, because once you start deviating from it, it's game over. But with that being said, peace.